I'm pretty sure we're live.
Hello, it's your boy Liam Landry.
Hello, everybody. You know me, okay? No, you don't, but you know who I am. I am Issa J, and still your Smart Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
And
it was very. I had a very split decision on the Daniel Bryan matchup. I was leaning going into it thinking about just picking The Miz and Maurice, but I kind of changed last minute. Would have had something if I'd stick with it, but anyways, yes. So that's I lost, but I'm your boy Liam Landry.
alrighty. Hell in a Cell just ended, and we're gonna do our Was It Worth It live, because why not? 4 live videos in a row. Are you ready to go?
Sure, if you are.
I think I am, good sir.
Okay.
Alright, first match of the night was the pre-show match with The New Day versus Aiden English and Rusev, also known as Rusev Day. And it went how you thought it would go, I guess. I didn't get to see the match.
It was a quick, fun match. It was actually, it says here, under 9 minutes.
Okay.
But it was a very quick, fun match. And yeah, I thought it was worth it.
All right.
He hates Rusev Day, so that's why he didn't watch it.
Lies. We were before the show, because we didn't know when they were going to put on the match. We ended up watching Ishii versus Omega. That was a fantastic match. That was definitely worth it. Go check out that match on New Japan. But this is WWE. Let's get back into it.
We got on the first match of the actual show, Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy in a Hell in a Cell match.
And
with Randy Orton gaining the victory.
Yes, with a botched finish, but we'll get to that. Yes, there was the whole Randy Orton moving slow stuff in there that he likes to do. But it was in there sparingly, which was nice. And it was actually a really exciting match. They pulled it out. I thought it was really fun, and it kept me entertained from bell to bell.
Yeah, I thought about the same. It was pretty entertaining there. It's just kind of the weird ending with everything, even before, like with the setup of it, and it was some weird stuff there. But
yeah,
overall, before that, it was kind of fast-paced and entertaining.
Yeah, and 1, 2, 3 after Randy jumps his cue, Jeff goes through a table. It looks like Jeff is really, really hurt, and everyone starts using their serious voices. Randy Orton yells at the ref, "Just do your job," and 1, 2, 3, Randy wins. Yes, it was worth it, even with the weird finish.
Yeah, I thought it was worth it. Next, we had Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship, with Becky Lynch surprisingly winning and getting the championship.
Yes, Becky Lynch is your new women's champion, and I is a happy man. Everyone who knows the show or watches us knows Becky Lynch is my favorite current WWE superstar in the women's division. So it's no surprise that I was super happy when she won. Yeah, it was a really weird match to start off. A lot of weird botches, a lot of weird klutziness going on. But once it got into it, it started gaining its footing, and they started pulling out a lot of the stops.
Yeah, you'd think they would work better together given their history, but they don't. But it's still a pretty good match overall, just for the entertainment factor of seeing Becky Lynch cheered so much and Charlotte booed.
And I'm pretty sure they did the yay boo thing, and Charlotte got all the boos.
But I mean, San Antonio is a small city,
Yeah, always cheering the heels and just booing the faces. Or is that not the story we're being told?
That's a story that you want to hear.
Story I'm seeing
Oh,
with my eyes.
Nah, I
Really.
missed my opportunity. I should have been going back, and it's like, no, Road Dogg, the story I wanted to hear is a good one.
Oh, so true. But overall, even though the beginning was a bit sloppy, it was worth it, especially at the end when Becky just gets that surprise victory.
Yeah, I thought it was worth it. Next up, we go into the match, first Raw match of the night, the Raw Tag Team Championships with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre champions, defeating Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
And this match was very weird. It starts off really hot, really fast, really good, and then there's this whole middle section of just Seth getting beat down. That was a bit too long,
Yeah, it was not paced well in the middle.
but then it picked itself right back up and was super exciting towards the end. And this was a really fun match. Despite the middle having, and we can say this about every single match, there was always something that held it back to being great. However, they always picked it back up towards the end to get it.
I would say
Going.
this was probably the largest of the night for how long
Yeah.
that negative lasted. But I think
Unfortunate.
I would say it's still
Well,
worth it.
the main event. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But overall, heels get the win here, rightly so, and it was a really fun, entertaining match. Yes, it was worth it.
Yeah, I already said it was worth it.
Cool.
Next, we had AJ Styles defeating Samoa Joe for the WWE WWE World Championship.
In a dusty finish, no less.
Yes, dusty finish.
The match started off correctly, unlike last pay-per-view's match. They just go. AJ Styles just goes for it and starts battering Samoa Joe right off the bat, which is cool. The Samoa Joe taking his playbook, or taking his moves out of the Cobra Kai playbook, like Liam said in our live stream. AJ Styles taking his moves out of another playbook that I said. I don't even remember which one it was. But it was really fun. It was a really good match. This was probably the best match on the night. I think, maybe.
It could be, yeah. It was very good and nice brawl, and it told its story really well and was very physical, so I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it. It does. Why we mentioned the dusty finish, though.
I will go and say I didn't like the finish, actually.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
The finish, we'll give it some negative points. Samoa Joe grabs AJ in the Coquina clutch. AJ rolls through, but is still locked in. And and you can see AJ just waiting for the 2 count before he starts tapping. 1, 2, AJ starts tapping. 3, ring the bell. Samoa Joe's super happy. And then you hear, and still Samoa Joe is livid. And AJ tapped and Samoa Joe got pinned. So their feud is going to continue on until SummerSlam, probably.
It's going to go all the way to next year's SummerSlam?
Survivor Series, probably.
It's Survivor Slam. I didn't like it because it didn't really make much sense for AJ Styles in that moment to tap.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's because you already hear the pin going. You just have to wait 1 more second and then you're through. And it's not like you're in a situation where he's going to break your arm or something, and you have to do it because you're worried about that happening.
Mm-hmm.
The worst that could happen is you fall unconscious, and it clearly didn't happen because he didn't let go of the clutch until after the bell rang, so it didn't save any more time. So I think it was just kind of a forced thing to keep the feud going.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the way they had ended that Brock Lesnar Undertaker match. Like Hell in a Cell, I think it was. Or it was in a Hell in a Cell. I don't think it was at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But, so beyond that, I thought it was good.
Yeah, definitely worth it. next match?
It was the mixed tag team match between The Miz and Maurice defeating Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
So for what it was entertaining.
I ended up missing a lot of this match, though.
Yeah, so I'll talk about it. The majority of the match was Daniel Bryan and The Miz in the ring doing all the work, obviously.
Although I saw, I could see why they didn't put Maurice
Yeah.
in there a lot.
There was a few bits of comedy gold unintentionally where Maurice lightly jogs into the barricade, but she's not positioned correctly, so she has to actually jog in a corner to get it. A couple of other things, but what we saw from Miz and Daniel was really, really good. They were pulling out all the stops. Daniel doing the stupidest thing in the world, the diving headbutt. But yeah, the match ends when Maurice gets rolled up by Brie, but then out of nowhere, Maurice rolls up the Bella Twin, and 1, 2, 3, Maurice gets the win. The end didn't really make much sense because it didn't look really good at all. But your heels win here, and it was an entertaining match. So sure, it was worth it, despite its flaws. It was worth it to me.
Okay. We go into what I'll dub Overbooked City. We have Ronda Rousey. That is for the WWE Raw Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey defeating Alexa Bliss. And Ronda Rousey is accompanied with Natalya. And Alexa Bliss is with Alicia Fox and Mickie James. It's, as it's shown here, it's like the largest thing for all the people in it. And, yeah, and I mean, not only this, but the next one is even more overbooked, I would say. But yeah, I think it was one of the better Ronda Rousey singles matches in there.
Mm-hmm.
They told a story with the injury and selling it well. And Alexa Bliss looked really crisp with her moves in there. So I think overall it was a very good matchup for Ronda and Alexa.
This is the match they should have had at SummerSlam. Not that stupid 4-minute squash. But for what it was, yes, I would much rather Alexa Bliss be champion. However, what they were able to do with Ronda and the fact that they actually impressed me with a good match, I'd have to say it was worth it.
Yeah, I'll say it's worth it.
And we are surprised as you guys that WWE put on a show where so far every single match we thought was worth it.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Then we get into our last one, which is like, it's like the worst crime-ridden alley of Overbooked City.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
100%.
That's Roman Reigns defeating Braun Strowman for the WWE Universal Championship.
Wait, but he didn't actually defeat him.
Oh, sorry, no, that's true. And it ended in no contest because it's overbooked. And it had Mick Foley as special guest referee, and it also had run-ins from Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I'm pretty sure we saw the Albatross, Monroe, Sky, and Tugboat run in as well. Of course, we didn't see the last bit, but okay. So
they had both Doinks in there. They had fake Undertaker
and fake Kane.
Yes, and even fake Diesel and fake Razor was in there as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they could get fake Diesel since he's with the company right now. Or was that Kane?
No, that was Luke Gallows.
That was Luke Gallows? Okay.
No, that was Kane. Sorry.
That one was Kane.
Luke Gallows was fake Kane.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there was a point where Noelle Foley and her younger brother jumped the barricades, got involved.
and turned heel on their dad. Let's be serious on this one. Okay, so the match was actually pretty good.
One of the doinks turned out to be Frank, the clown.
But okay, let's get back on the topic here. The match, when it was the match, was actually pretty good.
I would argue. I mean, it was very hardcore in the sense that it was weapon spot, weapon spot, weapon spot, weapon spot, nearly all to Braun Strowman. Then Braun Strowman got a little stuff in.
Yeah, a little stuff in.
Then it all ended when Roman Reigns speared Braun Strowman through a table, and they were knocked out for at least like 6 minutes.
Yeah, 1, 2, he kicks out, and then Roman just rolls and they're on both different sides of the ring, and it's just like, okay. And then it cuts, it's like, oh, there's Dolph and Drew. And then, oh, here comes the Shield. And then for about 6 minutes, it's just about the Shield, Seth, Dean, Dolph, and Drew. On top of the cage, around the cage, and everything. And then it's just, it gets ridiculous because the focus is now on them. And one little spear through a table, and both guys are still laid out. I mean, you'd think at least Roman would be up and about, since he's the one who delivered the move.
He gave the spear, and he technically took less damage in this match than Braun. But they were both laid out completely. And then there's the point where all the guys end up climbing up to the top of the cell for some reason. Because they were like, oh, Dolph's trying to get away from Seth. And it's like, well, why would you get away from him from a high up place? That's just stupid. They didn't even try to go down the other side or anything. But then they
had a very stupid off the cage spot where they're hitting each other and hitting each other and hitting each other. Then they both grab each other. Both of their heads goes in, and instead of just falling, okay. So it's like this. We're gonna replay it. So they're like this. And then his hand is on my head, and then they go, bam! Both guys grabs the cage again, looks down, and then drops to the announce tables. It was really bad looking. And the crowd ate it up for some reason.
Yeah, and when they were on the top of the cage, there was a lot of punching, and then Dean Ambrose brought a kendo stick, and there was a lot of hitting people with kendo sticks. And the crowd was still eating that up as well, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's just
it
punching
wasn't
in a high area.
It wasn't that exciting.
Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar comes out, kicks. That was impressive visual. That was an impressive visual.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar actually appearing is an impressive visual.
But Brock kicks the cage door open. Mick Foley gets pepper sprayed
by Paul Heyman.
So what was the point of Mick Foley in the match at all?
I don't know.
There was no point to him being the special guest referee. There was no heel turn. There was no
Braun
screw
Strowman
job.
didn't even do something like crazy. Like that's what they seemed like they were teasing.
I know.
That's like it didn't change him at all. What are they talking about?
Nothing. Anyways,
and then Brock Lesnar came
Brock Lesnar hits them. Like it looks like he's gonna do something cool with the cage door, but then it just falls to the ground. He tries to set it up, but it just falls. Hits both men with tables, one F5 each.
And then he F5 Roman on top of Braun Strowman. I thought, well, logically the ref would come in and count this as a pin.
But then Roman rolls off of Braun.
For whatever reason.
And then Brock and Paul walk out. You see one ref go into Mick Foley, making sure he's okay. One ref slides into the ring. The ref that was watching the door was the one who slides into the ring and just calls for the bell, no contest. What?
Yeah. It's also very lacking impact because of the fact that they were already down.
Yeah.
So it's like he didn't move them basically. They were already couldn't get back to their feet. To be fair, I don't understand why that wouldn't end up being like a no contest there. Like it's a few minutes and both guys couldn't get back to their feet. I think you just throw out the match.
Yeah, and then it's like, so both guys are just down after the spear table spot for a long time, and then Mick Foley is just looking at both guys like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And they're not moving, and it's just like, this is horrible. This is bloody horrendous. What the heck? Just a great show ended on a stinker, unfortunately. I thought it was gonna be Spear, Lowell, Roman wins or something like that, just to be like, oh, okay, fine, let's move on. I was not expecting this.
I was kind of expecting. Well, like when Brock got in there, I thought he was going to give Roman the victory by putting him on top of Braun, just because he wanted to destroy Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen, and we had a cash in, and didn't even get anything wrong. We didn't even get a loss.
I know. There's like, so that's new to the record books. RVD, I'm challenging you this time. He wins. John Cena, I'm challenging you at this time. He loses. Braun Strowman, I'm challenging you at this time. No contest?
All even out.
Okay. Keeping it at 500, I guess, but no, this one wasn't worth it.
Nah, I didn't think it was worth it either.
Unless you really like car crashes, you can skip this one.
If you like people punching each other at high altitudes, then that's probably like you. If you like, man, airplane fights are my thing, then maybe this is like the wrestling equivalent of that.
Yeah. And maybe
it's like if you like old-timey scaffold matches, this is the match for you.
Or even if I'm just glad Kota Ibushi wasn't there, cause
yeah, like I was saying, if Kota Ibushi actually did go into WWE, he would probably do something real stupid from the top of the steel cage, like
top of a cell, top of a cage, top of the elimination chamber.
Like all stacked on top of each other, and he would like jump off onto concrete or something, because that's just what Kota Ibushi does.
He has no.
He makes giant jumps onto concrete.
But overall, if not for that stupid main event, this was a great show.
Yeah, yes.
Holy crud! So yes, overall it was worth it.
Yeah, overall worth it.
Once you get to the main event of Ronda versus Alexa Bliss, you can take it off and not have to care about the last bit, unless you want to watch a car crash.
Finally, WWE allows the women to main event.
Yes, thank you WWE. Yeah. Took you long enough.
It makes the pay-per-view even shorter if you do that too.
But yeah, overall it was worth it, even with that one major blemish and a little bit of mishaps thrown about here and there.
Yeah,
it was fun. I do want to say the New Day celebration was really funny. That was a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Sign us off?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us those sexy, sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
And then share to all of your friends.
And your enemies.
If you like what we do, please hit that subscribe button, so that way you are a part of the Smarky family, and then go and ring that notification bell because...
Well, you want to get notified for when we go live. We go live for most pay-per-views in WWE and some outside WWE as well. We also go live for our podcast shooting with the Smarky family every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time.
And if we're able to, we like to go live for special events like our Was It Worth It or whatever we bloody well feel.
Yes. Yes, and you can follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP. DJ made an appearance in our live stream. You can follow him at DJC_SEL. We really need to work on his handle. We'll get him to fix it. Don't worry.
Does DJC follow DJC?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because he likes DJZ.
He does?
Yeah.
Why though?
I don't know.
DJZ is the most obnoxious wrestler in the world.
But doesn't it kind of work since that's what he's going for?
I guess so.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't have to like it. But anyways, thanks again so much.
True artists aren't appreciated in their time.
Thank you guys so much for watching once again. And until next time, it will be awesome.
Your boy.